Our next speaker, we're a little bit ahead of schedule, but maybe we're just gonna continue if we can, because
yes, we do.
I like
Zypho.
a bit of space. Ah, there you are. I hear Fernando already.
Yeah.
Let me get you on the stage. Edwin, there you are. Hello. I met your colleagues last week, of course.
Yes. You were with Andre, and I think this
Emmanuel.
was what generated our participation in today's session, for which we really thank. It's always good to have the opportunity to share the project, the idea, the concept, and we're looking forward to see this device getting as a commodity into every new building, and even renewing buildings that we can install the Zypho. Can I share the presentation now?
Yes, for sure you can, Fernando. And I will let you know if it's good visible. Yes, now I see you already.
Okay.
Yes, that's working.
Okay, so I think this is not new for you, but for some people participating in today's session might be something new. The idea here, we heard about storing energy. Now what we bring into the discussion is the way of reusing energy that we waste every day we shower. Just to give you an idea, our technology allows to recover part of the heat that we use to heat the shower water, and by recovering it, we can reuse it to heat the water from our shower. So it's the reuse concept in its perfect sense. Why did we get into this idea? So if we think that domestic hot water, at least in Europe, I don't know if it is the same in Middle East or the warmer countries, but in Europe, domestic water production accounts for, let's say, 20% of the total energy consumption of a household. So if we think that, and we'll go on detail, if we think that we are using a lot of energy to heat the shower water, and then when we shower, all this heat is going down the drain, it's easy to imagine that someone got the beautiful idea of why don't we recover part of this heat, if not all, it will be our goal, but part of the heat that we are wasting down the drain to preheat the cold water that is going to my shower. That's what we did. When this idea came up, we noticed that as the building performance levels were increasing, it was a major focus was on the ventilation and appliances in order to bring them on a low consumption in terms of energy. Now that I think we did a pretty good job by doing that improvement, but now it's time for us to think about the water heating. So the graphic I'm showing you here is already with some years, but shows that now we are moving into a situation where it's time to consider the water heating in a household as one of the biggest energy consumption elements. Just to give you an idea, in the UK, and this is resulting from some research we did, just for the water heating, we see that showering accounts for almost 50% of the energy we need. If we consider all other aspects, such like cooking, lighting, washing machine, dishwasher, even the TV, we don't have yet the heating system, because it's totally different and depends from one country to the other. But showering accounts for almost 50% in a household consumption in terms of water heating. So what we did since 2012, there was a person with a clever idea to invent or to create a device that could do this, recovering the heat from the shower. So you went for some pitches and some presentations, and he called the attention to one of the Portuguese major companies, which is EDP, that stands for Energy of Portugal. So EDP is maybe the big company in Portugal for energy production and distribution, not only in Portugal, also in Brazil, in the United States, and is now moving very fast for the green energy, let's say in the United States particularly. So he called the attention, the inventor of this system, he called the attention to EDP, and EDP decided to invest in the process, and this was the beginning of the company that we are here today presenting. The question was that since 2014, let's say, until 2020, we spent a lot of money and time to do some improvements on the equipment, but also for all the certifications that we need to have. Since we are talking about drinkable water and gray water, we need to have certifications for quality, meaning that there is no danger of contamination on the clean water by the gray water, and also the performance, because we are claiming that we can contribute for the energy performance certificate. So we need to prove how much. We need to have an independent entity showing how much are we really saving, or how much are we really contributing for the energy saving in a building, let's say. The question is, every market has its own systems. So if we go to Belgium, we have to look for the Belgium certificates. If we go to the Netherlands, we need to look for the Dutch certifications. Portugal, Spain, UK, whatever. So this means a lot of investment before we really start to sell. So thanks to EDP participation, we were able to do this financial effort before we start to see the sales coming up. And that's what happened from 2017 on. So we had the certifications, we had a lot of projects ongoing, and we had the technology ready to be spreaded and ready to be marketed all over the world. That's what we started to do, but then the pandemic came up and it was just a small pause that we are now recovering, and that's why we're here talking. So to give you an idea about, okay, this is a nice technology, it's a nice concept, but how does it work? So we have the technology divided in two systems, the horizontal system and the vertical system. The horizontal system can be installed underneath the shower tray, bathtub, even the shower room, like we have, is quite common in the Netherlands with the linear drains and things like this. While the vertical needs a space with, let's say, 2 meters height, so that it can be installed vertically. Normally, the vertical system is installed on the floor underneath the shower area. We will see this in more detail. There's a small movie that will show how it is installed. To install the unit, we just need to make a small change into the normal plumbing system. Normally, the cold water would go to the tap mixer to be mixed with the warm water coming from the boiler, the heat pump, whatever. What we suggest is that we do a small detour on the cold water, and instead of going to the tap mixer, it should go to the unit. The unit, that's the space where the wastewater from the shower is going through. This means that we take a shower with 40 degrees and the water going down the drain can transfer this heat into the cold mains coming now to the tap mixer. Now it's preheated with the energy that we were wasting. By doing this, we can reduce the amount of hot water coming from the deposit, let's say. If it is a deposit of hot water, it's much easier to imagine how it works. So by doing this, we are not using so much hot water from the deposit. This means that we don't need to fill the deposit so often, and this means that we don't need to heat the water inside the deposit so often. So the concept is very simple, and that's what we bring into the market with all these possibilities in terms of connection to every possible shower systems. In terms of characteristics, this is just to have an idea. The horizontal can go to efficiency up from 25, let's say 30% up to 39%. This means that 39% of the energy I need to heat my shower can be recovered from the wastewater. So this is a clever idea to recover energy. Now the vertical system is exactly the same concept. The only difference is the way it is installed. The image here pretends this is a basement, let's say, where we install the pipe. The system is the same. The cold water, instead of going to the tap mixer, first goes to the pipe, and from the pipe to the tap mixer or to the boiler, or both, or just to one or to the other. Again, we are preheating the cold water with the wastewater that is going down the drain, resulting in less hot water consumption, less energy to heat the water. So it's very simple, the concept. The installation is also very simple. It's not a big deal. Any plumber can do it. But of course, since this is a new technology, there's always some obstacles and some doubts and some fears, and people raise a lot of problems where problems don't exist exactly. So the performance we have with the vertical is much higher, because we have more surface for the heat transfers to happen. So we can go up to 75% nowadays with the new product we have ready to be launched. We can go up to 75%, meaning that 75% of the energy I need to heat my shower water can be recovered from the wastewater. And this is very, very important. Let's imagine we have a hot water deposit serving our showers, normally 200 liters. I can easily change the hot water deposit into a deposit of 100 liters if I install a unit like that, because the demand for the hot water coming from the deposit, it's much lower, because we don't need so much hot water to the tap mixer, because the cold water is not cold anymore, it's already warm. And all that by using energy that is going down the drain. Just a few notes about the projects where we participated and which allowed us to do some improvements, not only on the product, but small details that we adjust to make easy the installation, because every country is a country and every market is different from the others. And it's so difficult to have a product that serves all at the same time. We always need to have this kind of adjustments on the product. So the markets where we're serving are going from the energy performance certificate. I mean, projects that are looking only for the certificate, and the other markets where people on the projects are looking for savings. And we, in these few projects I'm included in here, we have both. So we have this project in Glasgow, pardon, this project in Glasgow, in the UK, Birmingham, in the Netherlands as well, where the units were used to collect the points the projects need to collect to be finished, points in terms of energy performance certificate. While in Portugal and in Bhutan, the units were installed because of the savings, because of people who were willing to go in green and reducing energy consumption in the building. So the units and the technology is now getting into the market, and we are now seeing several type of projects coming into our hands, and the most recent is probably the one in Dubai, where we are doing the opposite. Instead of getting the energy to warm up the water, we are taking out the heat from the cold water, let's say, so that it gets more temperate in terms of temperature. So we are always learning, and we thank you for the participation in this forum, and I'm here for any question you may have.
Yes, that's really an amazing solution that you guys have. And you distribute this also mainly via resellers or not?
Yes, mainly resellers. I mean, we are based in Portugal, and as you can imagine, it's impossible for us to sell directly. So we need to select resellers, and we sell this unit also to OEMs, what we call brands that we know in the market that they buy from us with their own brand. So we supply to them because the technology is new, and it's not easy for someone to get into this technology and start producing like this. But yes, resellers, distributors, partners, that's what we do all over the world, not only in Europe.
Yeah, nice. And you created this solution, so you have also patented it all over the world?
Oh yes, yes. We did. We created. It was a person. It was a young boy, a young man. Let's say he was age of 14 or 15 when he got the idea. Only when he got to the university, he started to work on the project.
Oh,
So
really?
he's a young person. He's a young man, and he's still living and working with us. Of course, he's the head of the research and development. And yes, one thing is for sure, we need to have the patent for the technology, because today it's new. But in a few years, if it's not new, we need to be protected, because when this turns to be a nice business, we will see a lot of people coming into the business, and we are already protected. And we are already working on the next generation. So the future will be not only increasing the efficiency on the horizontal unit, the small one, but also improving the energy and water savings on the shower. And it is possible. It is possible. It's so easy to make a small change that will allow us to save water and energy in the shower.
Well, nice. I think that will have a massive impact for sure when we get more and more people on this planet using water and taking showers.
Yes.
So yeah, Fernando, thank you very much. If we can ever help you to give you a podium or to get you in contact with people we know in real estate, just let me know.
Thank you. Thank you. I will appreciate for sure.
Thank you very much. Have a great day there in Portugal.
Thank you, Wetton.
Thank you. Bye-bye.